So what is communication lifecycle management? We at OneSource really break it down into 4 primary functional groups or functional areas. So if you look at the image to the left of your screen, this visual provides a great example of these functions and how they're interconnected. So let's further look at these functions and what they mean. Bill payment and expense management. This is a foundational component, obviously, of any, certainly any telecom expense management vendor, as well as communication lifecycle management providers. Communication lifecycle management providers provide a bill payment for technology invoices, a centralized repository for all technology invoices, accurate identification and allocation of these services to the correct business unit, and identification of billing anomalies within the environment. But again, this is really more of the report mechanism of the full life cycle. So let's go deeper into some of the more executable areas that fall under communication lifecycle management. So usage optimization and cost recovery really has multiple components, and it's really dependent upon service type. So for example, for the business wireless environment, usage and consumption must be evaluated on a month-over-month basis to ensure accurate plan management and the scaling down or scaling up of wireless plans based off business demand changes in order to maximize spend within the environment. Whereas from a wireline or fixed landline perspective, this deals more appropriately with asset subscription based off business needs. So what I mean by that is accurate sizing of internet pipes, of data pipes, accurate subscription to concurrent voice paths or voice services. And again, in ensuring that you're not oversubscribing to services that you can't consume within your business environment. Cost recovery is certainly a large component of this. And so having subject matter experts who have an in-depth understanding of the technology and product sets that can accurately disseminate and analyze the invoicing to identify billing areas is key. But then it's really taking it one step forward and initiating those cost recovery efforts with the service providers themselves. So typical triggers for this are move, add, change activity, which I'm sure we've all experienced, inaccurate pricing based off renegotiated or newly negotiated contracts, incorrect install or disconnect dates of service, and a multitude of other areas. However, because the communication lifecycle management vendor is managing all components of this down to the origin of the order all the way through to completion, they have all necessary documentation and information to recoup these charges on the customer's behalf with little to no customer involvement at all, which is a key component. Service and support. By allowing businesses to outsource both help desk and project management functions, it alleviates what are normally responsibilities that fall on higher-level IT engineers. It alleviates these from these tasks and allows them to focus on their core responsibilities. In addition, the CLM provider's ability to document and track these changes helps to identify chronic issues or underperforming providers in the portfolio, really for better strategic planning as a whole. Sourcing and procurement. The sourcing and procurement function has multiple layers. Obviously, it's inclusive of identifying the correct service providers and products based off business needs, but it's also inclusive of optimizing services in their current state, either through product selection or bringing alternative service providers to the table. This also includes contract management, which Scott alluded to earlier, ensuring contracts are being negotiated well in advance of expiration, and this is the key, and we see businesses fall into this trap all the time, ensuring that those contracts are in alignment with overall business strategy so that contract negotiations is not a prohibitor in a technology migration that's needed for the overall business performance as it moves forward. Cost control has become a big thing within the communication lifecycle management umbrella, and again, it's kind of tethered to contract management. What we've seen in the environment as service providers have continued to push customers away from their TDM networks or their traditional service delivery networks and are trying to migrate those customers to their IP platforms. One of the mechanisms of doing this is defaulting customers to tariff rate, which we have seen extensively here with our customers, and a result of that is a 4 times increase of billing. So again, being ahead of those contract end dates and ensuring that you're allowing enough cycle time to take all things into consideration is a big component of the sourcing and procurement piece of communication lifecycle management.